Hello and welcome. Today, we're talking about something that affects all of us: technology in daily life.
Yes, technology is everywhere. Our phones, computers, even our refrigerators and cars.
Exactly. It's hard to imagine a single day without using some kind of device.
That's true. From the moment we wake up, technology is there. For example, many people use their phone alarm clock.
Right. Then they check messages, emails, or social media before even getting out of bed.
Technology saves time, connects us with people, and gives us information instantly.
But it also has downsides, like distraction, stress, or even addiction.
Yes, so in this conversation, we'll explore the positives and negatives of technology in everyday life.
We'll talk about communication, work, education, entertainment, and even health.
And we'll also think about balance, how to use technology without letting it control us.
That's important because technology should be a tool, not the master of our lives.
Exactly. So let's dive in and see how technology shapes the way we live.
One of the biggest impacts of technology is on communication.
Definitely. Years ago, people used letters or landline phones. Now we can send a message across the world in seconds.
Apps like WhatsApp, Messenger, and email make staying in touch so easy.
Yes, and video calls are amazing too. We can see family and friends who live far away, almost like they're in the same room.
Social media also changed communication. Platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok allow people to share their lives instantly.
That's true, but sometimes social media communication feels less personal than face-to-face conversations.
I agree. It's convenient, but we might miss the emotional connection of being together in real life.
Another benefit of modern communication technology is speed during emergencies.
Yes, you can call for help immediately or share important information with many people at once.
But there's also the problem of over-communication. Too many notifications, too many messages.
Exactly. Some people feel anxious if they don't reply quickly or if they're always online.
So again, technology brings advantages and disadvantages. It connects us, but sometimes it also overwhelms us.
The key is balance, using technology to stay connected without letting it control our emotions. Another area where technology has completely transformed our lives is work.
Yes, many jobs today depend entirely on computers, the internet, and digital tools.
For example, email replaced a lot of office paperwork. Meetings can now happen online with Zoom or Teams.
Exactly. Remote work has become very common. People can work from home or even from another country.
That's a big change. Before, you had to live close to your office. Now, some companies don't even have physical offices.
Technology also helps with productivity. Tools like calendars, project management apps, and cloud storage make teamwork easier.
Yes, sharing documents instantly is so convenient. Imagine sending a 100-page report by traditional mail. It would take days.
On the other hand, technology at work can blur boundaries. People check emails late at night or during weekends.
That's true. Work-life balance can be harder when your office is always in your pocket.
Another issue is job replacement. Some tasks are now done by machines or artificial intelligence.
Yes, automation is efficient, but it also means fewer jobs for some people.
So, technology at work brings freedom and efficiency, but also challenges like stress and uncertainty.
The key is to learn new skills and adapt because technology will keep evolving. Technology has also changed the way we learn.
Yes, students today have access to information that people in the past could only dream of.
With the internet, you can find tutorials, courses, and books on almost any subject.
That's true. Apps like Duolingo, Coursera, or Khan Academy make learning available to anyone with a phone or computer.
And during the pandemic, online classes became the new normal.
Exactly. Video calls and learning platforms allowed education to continue even when schools were closed.
Online education also gives flexibility. People can study at their own pace from anywhere in the world.
That's a huge advantage for adults who work and study at the same time.
But there are also downsides. Some students find it hard to focus without a teacher in the room.
Yes, distractions at home can make learning difficult, and not everyone has access to good internet or devices.
Another issue is too much screen time. Spending hours in front of a computer can hurt your eyes and posture.
So, technology and education is a powerful tool, but it needs balance and discipline.
In the end, it's not about replacing teachers, but about giving them new tools to make learning richer.
Exactly. The best results come when human guidance and technology work together.
Another area where technology is very present is entertainment.
Yes, think about how people used to watch movies or listen to music. They needed DVDs, CDs, or even cassettes.
Now everything is digital. We can stream movies on Netflix or Disney Plus and music on Spotify or Apple Music.
Exactly. And video games have also grown into a huge industry with online multiplayer experiences.
That's true. Millions of people connect and play together, even if they live in different countries.
Social media is also a form of entertainment. People spend hours watching short videos, memes, and live streams.
Yes, platforms like TikTok or YouTube are full of endless content.
Entertainment technology is fun, but it can also be addictive.
Right. It's easy to say, I'll just watch one more video, and suddenly 2 hours are gone.
Another point is that too much screen time can reduce physical activity. People sit more and move less.
That's a big problem, especially for kids who spend more time indoors than outside.
But if used wisely, technology brings people joy, laughter, and creativity.
Absolutely. It gives us access to movies, music, games, and culture from around the world.
So, like many things, it's not about whether technology is good or bad. It depends on how we use it.
Let's move to health. Technology has changed medicine and the way we take care of ourselves.
Yes, hospitals now use advanced machines for diagnosis, like MRI scanners and digital x-rays.
And doctors can track a patient's history on electronic medical records, which saves time and reduces mistakes.
That's right. Even apps on our phones can monitor health, like step counters, calorie trackers, or heart rate monitors.
Smartwatches are popular too. They remind people to stand up, drink water, or get some exercise.
Technology also helps in telemedicine. Patients can talk to doctors through video calls instead of traveling to a clinic.
That's a big benefit, especially for people who live far from hospitals.
Yes, and it became very important during the pandemic.
But we should also be careful. Not everything on the internet is reliable health advice.
Exactly. Some people search symptoms online and become more worried instead of seeing a professional.
Another issue is too much dependence on devices. People sometimes forget the basics: eating well, exercising, and resting.
That's true. Technology can support health, but it doesn't replace healthy habits.
Still, it has saved countless lives with better treatments, faster diagnosis, and new medicines.
So the secret is balance, using technology to improve health, but not relying on it completely.
One thing we often forget is how much technology makes our daily routines easier.
Yes, small things like online shopping, food delivery apps, or digital maps save us time every day.
Exactly. Instead of carrying cash, we can pay with a card or even with our phones.
And apps like Google Maps or Waze help us find the fastest way to our destination.
Think about cleaning, too. Robot vacuum cleaners can clean the floor while you do other tasks.
True. And smart home devices like Alexa or Google Home can control lights, music, or even the thermostat with just your voice.
Another example is online banking. No need to wait in long lines. You can transfer money in seconds.
Yes, bills, shopping, and reservations can all be done from the couch.
Technology also helps with learning languages. Apps and podcasts allow people to practice anytime, anywhere.
That's right. Even ordering food is easier. With just a few clicks, dinner arrives at your door.
Of course, convenience can make us a bit lazy. Sometimes we depend on technology too much.
True, but if we use it wisely, it gives us more time to focus on family, hobbies, or relaxation.
So, technology is like an invisible assistant in our daily lives.
Exactly. It simplifies routines, saves energy, and gives us comfort we often take for granted.
Another area where technology has a big role is safety.
Yes, both personal safety and community safety have improved with modern tools.
For example, many homes now have smart security cameras and alarms. People can check their houses from their phones.
That's true. Parents can even see if their kids arrived home safely after school.
Cars also became safer. New models have sensors, cameras, and automatic braking systems.
Right. Technology warns drivers about obstacles and helps prevent accidents.
In public spaces, technology supports safety too. Surveillance cameras help monitor streets and prevent crime.
And emergency systems use technology to send alerts, like warnings about storms or natural disasters.
Another example is GPS tracking. If someone gets lost, their phone can help others locate them.
Yes, that's very useful for travelers or even for elderly people.
Of course, there are privacy concerns. Too much surveillance can feel uncomfortable.
That's true. Safety is important, but we also need to protect personal freedom.
It's a balance again, using technology to stay safe without losing privacy.
Exactly. And overall, technology has made our lives much safer than in the past.
So far, we've talked about the benefits, but we also need to look at the downsides of technology.
Yes, because technology, while helpful, also creates some real problems.
One major issue is screen addiction. People spend hours scrolling through their phones without realizing it.
That's true. It affects sleep, concentration, and sometimes even relationships.
Another downside is misinformation. With so much content online, it's hard to know what is true or false.
Exactly. Fake news spreads quickly and can cause confusion or even fear.
Technology also increases social isolation. Ironically, while we are more connected, some people feel lonelier.
Yes, because online connections sometimes replace real face-to-face relationships.
Another problem is privacy. Apps and websites often collect personal data without people noticing.
And once data is online, it's almost impossible to take it back.
Technology can also increase stress. Constant notifications make it hard to relax.
Right. Some people feel pressure to always be available, which is exhausting.
And let's not forget environmental issues. Producing electronic devices requires resources and creates waste.
That's true. Old phones and computers often end up as electronic trash.
So while technology has many advantages, it's important to recognize its risks.
Yes, because only by understanding the downsides can we use it in a healthier way.
So after looking at the positives and negatives, the big question is, how do we find balance with technology?
That's the key. Technology is powerful, but we need to control it instead of letting it control us.
One strategy is setting boundaries. For example, turning off notifications during meals or before bedtime.
Yes, or having tech-free hours in the day, like no phones after 9 p.m. or during family time.
Another idea is using technology intentionally. Ask yourself, am I using this to learn, connect, or relax, or just wasting time?
That's a good point. Mindful use makes technology a tool, not a distraction.
Parents can also guide children by setting limits and encouraging outdoor play.
Exactly. Balance is about mixing digital life with real-world experiences.
And we can use technology to improve balance too. Apps that remind us to stretch, meditate, or take a break.
That's right. Technology can both create problems and provide solutions, depending on how we use it.
In the end, balance means enjoying the benefits, connection, information, convenience, without falling into the traps.
Yes, technology should serve us, not the other way around.
So the message is clear. Use it wisely, set limits, and live fully in both the digital and real worlds.
Perfect. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next conversation.